Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 11th. This week, we're going to just jump right in here and take a look at your current energies with this main spread. And then we are going to clarify with the Lenormand at the end here, this deck, and we are going to see what additional details want to come up for you. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you this week. And I really, I like this, Libra. I think that on the surface, this reading, sorry, I have something in my eye right now, but I feel like on the surface, this looks challenging, but I feel like you have a lot to look forward to here. Again, I always tell people that I read holistically. I take the whole entire spread into account. So I don't care if there's a row like this that looks a little bit challenging. The other thing is that your overall energy for this last row here, which really isn't that bad, is the yang energy, which is like a major new beginning. So I feel like saying right off the bat, I feel like you have a lot to look forward to in the future. I'm actually going to probably pull you an extra row just because I feel like the direction of this reading is more like future focused. So we'll pull an extra row and see what comes up. But you have this stillness energy. So I do feel like some of you have been at a standstill. I don't really feel like this is, no, like this card here is kind of like more about like calmness, serenity, taking time for yourself, meditating, doing all those things. And by all means, do those things, right? But really, I feel like this is more talking about a standstill, not necessarily stillness intuitively. And especially because you have this Two of Swords right here. You have the Six of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Seven of Wands coming up in this row here. I feel like you're trying to heal. Some of you, I mean, this is very straightforward to me. For some of you, I feel like you're trying to heal from like a very stubborn person. Maybe you were with a person who was like a little eyelash or a piece of dust in your eye, right? And so I feel like for some of you, it's like you're trying to heal from someone here with this energy. I feel in a lot of ways as well that it's like I keep feeling like saying something else, like something extra. It's almost like once you fix one thing, it's like there's something else that happens. I feel like I said this to you when you're reading for like January or something. I was talking about how it's almost like you're kind of trying to plug holes in a dam. It's like once you fix one thing, it's like water starts coming out from somewhere else. I really get that with this Six of Swords energy, because the Six of Swords is a card of moving to calmer shores. It is a card of a rite of passage as well, but it's like it also represents baggage. It represents maybe there being something else to overcome as well. There's this child sitting next to her in this boat, and that child could represent some baggage or maybe something that you should be leaving behind. So I do feel that you could be dealing with like this kind of, it's like once you fix one thing, maybe there's like something else that needs to be fixed. That's the type of energy I get here. And this could definitely be in love. I would say that if it is like that in love, I feel like you're walking away from this person just in general. Because the Seven of Wands is someone who isn't willing to change, and that's what's popping into my head intuitively. And it's like I feel like you're just walking away from someone here. And again, I feel like that's probably the wise choice. I almost feel like a black cloud. I mean, again, I don't really like doing these negative readings like this, but what I would say is I do feel this kind of like black cloud energy. It's like, and literally, I feel when you walk away from a person like this, your life will improve, like literally. So I do feel if that story is for you, you're making the right decision. For others, I feel like this is definitely work-based. And again, I do feel like there could be a black cloud, like a person who's just always, causing problems, basically, in this first row. Weird. Next, you have this Let It Go card. So obviously, I feel like you're letting something go here. Yeah, I feel like there's like going to be creativity. Like I said, this is what I feel. I look at this yang energy here. That yang energy is an energy of taking action, of doing something, of moving forward. It's like the Ace of Wands. It's a card of inspiration. And look, you have this Burst of Magic card. It's almost like when you remove a black cloud from your life is going to improve greatly. And I feel like that is the advice of this reading. It doesn't even have to be love. It's like maybe there's just something toxic that is going on here with the devil, and it's like this needs to be cut out. Could be a behavior that you have. I really feel mostly that it's a person. And again, it could be, love related, or it could be someone at work or a friend or something like that. And it's like getting away from this will lead to healing. You have the Star, the Eight of Cups, and the Three of Wands here. I feel like you are walking away with that Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is walking away from something that no longer serves you. The Star is like healing. I feel like there's like a lot of hope, faith, renewal coming in for you here in the future. with that star energy. And the Three of Wands is kind of like waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment. I do feel like saying someone just isn't going to change here. So the Three of Wands, could represent you waiting and waiting and waiting for someone to make changes, probably that they promised or whatever, but it's like they're not changing. So I feel for some of you, you're choosing to walk away with that Eight of Cups. For others, like I said, the Eight of Cups is just uncertainty. It can represent not, he is basically walking through darkness here. I personally like the Eight of Cups because, it is a card of walking away from something, but it's something that no longer serves you that you're walking away from. And on top of that, you are walking towards the Nine of Cups. You are walking towards a wish or wish fulfillment. And you have the Star here. The Star can kind of be a card of wish fulfillment as well. So I do feel like you're just walking towards a wish. Next, you have this Yang energy. Like I said, when I put this card down, I got this like spark. So I do feel like this jolt of electricity running through you here, Libra, at the end. And I feel like this is saying that there's going to be a new beginning for you once you walk away from something that's very toxic. You have the Seven of Swords, the Devil, and the Nine of Swords here. And, this could be like a lying, cheating, stealing situation, of course, with that Seven of Swords. And so some of you, if you're dealing with liar, cheater, stealer, in this row here, I feel like you're just going to be walking away from it, plain and simple. For others, this doesn't have to be lying, cheating, stealing. I feel like that Seven of Swords is more, again, talking about uncertainty in the future. The Seven of Swords, can represent lying, cheating, stealing, of course, but he is also trying to steal these swords from this military or this army that's back here. And it can kind of represent trying to protect yourself in the future from something that may or may not happen. And that's the point, is that, it's something that may or may not happen. The other point is it's like you can't carry all these swords on your own. So it's kind of a card that says, we really can't prevent everything from possibly happening to us. And the Seven of Swords can represent internal fears that don't exist. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords can represent internal fears that don't exist. So I feel for some of you, this row is saying, like, don't fear the future. It's like you could be holding on to someone here, and I would just kind of like let that, let it go, especially if you know that you need to let something go. This could also be a behavior or something that you're trying to change with this Devil energy. I feel like there's I feel this is saying there is a lot to look forward to in the future. So let's ask the cards what the hell they're talking about in your reading. And let's see what is coming in for you here, Libra. What are you walking towards here? Page of Pentacles, new beginning, could be new love as well with the Page of Pentacles. Hangman, so this is like enlightenment here. Part of me wonders if you're getting a taste of the good life here, Libra. Ace of Wands, there you go. Like I was talking about earlier, major new beginning for you here, Libra, is what I would say to you. And you have this no place like home card. Some of you could be spending time at home. You could be that card to me represents being very focused on, to me, it could represent being very focused on like safety, security, comfort, protection, boom, adventure. Some of you could be traveling as well, or you could just be going on a new adventure, which might not include, you might not leave the house to go on that adventure. You could be learning something new with this Page of Pentacles. But you know what this energy is here? This is realizing that you've maybe been in a toxic situation. It's like the Hangman is a card of enlightenment. It's like one of those things. Have you ever met one of those kids where it's like their parents never let them have sugar, and then it's like they're like 16 years old before they sneak out of the house, they go to the gas station, they buy a pack of M&Ms, and you find them laying on the street, tweaking out on sugar, right? Have you ever met one of those kids? Because I have. And that's what this is. This is like getting the taste of something that is so sweet and realizing that you have been missing out this whole time. And that's like the energy I get for you here, Libra. I feel like you're seeing something that is very good for you, or that would be very good for you, something very abundant, something very creative, something where you maybe have more freedom, I feel, with this Ace of Wands. And I feel like you could just be realizing that you've been stuck in a situation here. Like I said, I feel like this is a good thing. I feel like you are probably setting yourself free from all this right here. It's not terrible. It's just not great. It's like living your whole life never having had ice cream. And it's like, now you finally can. And I really like this. So let's clarify this, and let's see what additional details want to come up for you here, Libra, with the Lenormand. Libra, make sure to leave a like on this video. Really appreciate all the likes and all the support. But Libra, let's see what comes up for you. You have the Six of Diamonds. I love this card. Amazing card for luck. It is called the Clover. You have the Ten of Diamonds, the book. These are amazing Lenormand cards that you have right off the bat, and the Seven of Spades. It's like good news coming in for you. The Seven of Spades is a card called the Letter, and it can just represent communication. So for some of you, I feel like this is good news coming in for you. That Six of Diamonds, it's called the Clover, and it represents like a 4-leaf clover, a very lucky card, but it can also represent needing to stand out. It can represent like feeling like you're not good enough to have something. It is a card of imposter syndrome. So again, you deserve whatever this is over here, whether it's like love that blows you away, or maybe you're thinking, maybe you've been like making a certain amount of money and at a job, maybe you thought it was a good amount of money, but this is like a story that's popping into my head. I feel like for some of you, it's almost like you've been working somewhere and I feel like you thought that you were getting paid a good amount of money, but it's almost like maybe you're like, oh, I'll just see what's out there. And maybe you realize that whatever your job is, you should be getting paid double. I almost feel like you're like waking up to something. It's like you're having this almost like a revelation here. I'm surprised like the Tower or the Judgment card didn't show up here. I spoke too soon. Judgment was at the bottom of the deck here. But I'm surprised that it didn't show up in the spread because, again, this to me has almost those like that wake-up call feeling. Like I said, I feel like you're trying sugar for the first time. That's the best way I could describe it, Libra. You have the Nine of Spades here, which is called the Anchor. You have the Eight of Hearts, which is called the Moon, which is great. This is a card of romance, living your romantic fantasies, achieving something that you really want to achieve, and the Jack of Clubs. Yeah, I just wouldn't beat yourself up over the past with that Jack of Clubs. The Anchor can represent being stuck to something toxic, obviously, but really it is a card of moving on. It is a card of pulling up your anchor, like an anchor on a boat, and putting it somewhere else. This Moon card is your romantic fantasies. Funny enough, the Moon on the Eight of Cups represents a period of innovation. The reason the Eight of Cups kind of represents fears is because it's like he's going to somewhere he has never been. He is walking into uncharted territory. So, that's why the Eight of Cups can represent kind of like some fears in certain ways. The Moon here says that you have these dreams, you have these things you want to accomplish, and you need to bring those things down to earth. It is time to take action on something here with the Ace of Wands. For some of you, I do feel like, again, that you're dealing with a person, it's almost like they're stuck in where they are. It's like you want to grow. If if this is a love reading for you, I feel that you want to grow. You see that the grass is greener on the other side. And it's like, I feel for some of you, you've been trying to bring someone to the other side, but I feel like they're just too comfortable where they are. So some of you, this might be why you're walking away. It's like someone is too comfortable in their, being uncomfortable, and that happens, right? But I feel like you see more. It's like you can't ignore this right here, this last row. You just can't. You have the Eight of Spades here, the Ace of Clubs, and you have the Five of Hearts here. The Eight of Spades is a card of vacation. It is also, because it's called the Garden, and it can represent going on vacation. It can also represent a harvest. I love the Ace of Clubs. It's called the Ring, and it can represent marriage. So this could be love coming in for some of you. For some of you, it could be a toxic marriage that you're in right now, but I feel like you're like actually seeing that you're not being loved. Again, I've been trying to keep these stories kind of like very focused in these readings, but I'm just getting a bunch of things here. And I feel for some of you, this is like saying that you're kind of leaving a toxic marriage behind for sure. But again, it's probably because you have seen the other side. This is one of those readings where I feel like it's like you've gotten a taste of the good life. Like I said, you've tasted sugar for the first time. You have the Eight of Clubs here, the Stork, which is called, that's a card of the Mother, and the Ship. What do you know? You have the Anchor and the boat right here. Definitely moving forward, moving on type of reading. The Eight of Clubs is a card of taking the road less traveled. So again, I feel like you have the Eight of Clubs. You also have the Three of Wands. These are both cards of, kind of going on a new adventure here. Adventure. And the Eight of Clubs is called the Mountain. It can represent, climbing to the top of a mountain, but where do you get the best views? At the top of a mountain. So I feel I would encourage you to, move on to something new here with this energy. The Queen of Hearts here can represent, it's, the card of the Mother can represent a baby, but it can also just represent the birth of a new life. And that Ten of Spades is going from one thing to another. The boat here, it just simply represents a change in your life. So, yeah, that's that. This is a super powerful reading here, Libra. I feel like there are major changes coming in for you here. And this is going to lead to probably, you discovering something that leads to, a lot of fulfillment or whatever this is. So thank you for watching, Libra. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you this week. And also feel free to leave a like and subscribe down below. Really appreciate all the support. But thank you for watching, Libra, and definitely enjoy your week.